trip behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. We're glad that you could watch us today. And we got another great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, there's that subscribe button and the bell. So if you haven't done that already, click both of those and you'll always be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section if you like. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV and follow us there. And inbox us and leave a comment on the things you see there. And if you'd like to email us as well, you can. It's paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist and want to be on the show, you can send me an email and I'll get back to you on how to do that. But I love fan mail as well, so if you're just simply a fan, go ahead and send me an email and I'll respond back. And all this is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. In just a moment, from Phoenix, Arizona, we'll have Marv LeVar with us. Another great artist, and I think you're going to agree. And well, let's waste no more time. Here's Marv LeVar right here on Paul Mash TV, and it starts right now. Well, hello, it's interview time again as promised. And with us from Phoenix, Arizona, we have Marv LeVar. Thanks for joining us, Marv.
What's going on, Paul? Glad to be here, man. Hello, Will.
Yeah, it's good to have you on the show here, too. Why don't we start by asking you how did it begin for you as far as being an artist? I mean, everyone has their own story. I'm sure you got a story of your own you could share with us.
Well, me personally, it was my brother's fault. Just listening to hip hop in the house. I got a brother that's 10 years older than me. Shouts out to Dre. And just hearing, EPMD and LL Cool J and Eric B and Rakim and hearing all of this, I was just fascinated. And what did it for me writing, I've been writing since I was 10 years old. So what did it for me writing is when I heard Illmatic. I was 11. And that just, once I heard that, I was gone.
Yeah, that's amazing. Sometimes you find it, when you're just a little kid, and so I'm glad that you found your calling, and I hope you'll be around for a long time, man.
Yeah, man, trying to be.
What are some of the artists that you grew up with? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of artists that you grew up with that helped inspire you. Why don't you mention a few of them there for us?
Everything. So I'm from the south side of Chicago, so I grew up on, a lot of Twister, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die. But I got a huge hip hop side of me too,
Mm-hmm.
and it spanned from down south hip hop to West Coast hip hop to East Coast hip hop. So everything from Wu-Tang to Nas to 8Ball and MJG, and then of course, Dre, Snoop, but just a lot of different stuff. Outkast, Dre 3000, he one of my favorite lyricists. I'm a fan of lyricism. When hip hop was hip hop, no disrespect to the new cats and what they doing. Everybody got a contribution, but I came from the era where you had to be raw lyrically. Shouts out to Busta Rhymes, cats like that. You just had to have it. It didn't matter about your possessions or how much money you had, or you just had to be dope. Shouts out to your KRS Ones. You just had to be dope.
Yeah, Outkast and Wu-Tang, I mean they're legends in their own right, so I can hear that in your sound anyway.
Yeah,
So those are good ones. Somebody might be watching this interview right now and they might want to say to themselves, how am I going to download your music, or where can I find you on social media? Let everybody know that, because I'm sure they would want to follow you or get your music.
All right, well, that's easy. Well, I'm out on every platform you could think of, Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, Marv LeVar, MarvLevar. You can find me on social media, Facebook, Marv LeVar. You can find me on Instagram at the official Marv LeVar, and then the clothing line as well. I got on one of the tees my grandma prayed for me design, Royalties Clothing Company, And y'all could check out the new single, Me and Tookie Black. You know, I Want You Bad. It's on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube is everywhere now. You know, shouts out to Robert Fields Jackson. You know, it's a good dude, but yeah, I'm everywhere.
Okay, well, everybody go out to your favorite social media site and streaming platform site and, you know, follow him on there and download his music. I know he would love you for that. And in just a minute, we're going to watch one of your videos. I think it's called Dedication. Tell us a little bit about that song. I'm sure it's self-explanatory, but tell us in your own words.
Well, you know, it's just about the journey. And, you know, sometimes you want to give up. Just being dedicated to something bigger than yourself, and sometimes not taking life so serious, trying to have a little fun with it. And it was a visual, actually one of the first visuals I shot, you know, in AZ. I done shot visuals everywhere, but I had a lot of fun shooting this visual in AZ versus the Midwest, and it's pretty dope. Think y'all like it.
Yeah, I know I do. It's a really great video, and we'll get to that video in just a second. But before we do, that's about all the time we have for this episode, or for this interview, excuse me. We'd love to have you back again sometime, Marv. Maybe you could, you know, update us on some things going on with you by that time.
Of course, my pleasure, brother.
Okay, well, here it is, Dedication by Marv LeVar. Starts right now.
Roll up for me one time. Hold my drink for me one time. Bust it open for me one time. Get fly for me one time. One time for the fun time. One time for the fun time. Game too strong, can't let go. Been around the block, got a vet flow. Stay with my dogs like Petco. Smoking on the gas like Sitco. Already know got a city flow. And a boy only fuck with pretty souls. Y'all can have them ugly ass pretty hoes. Only fuck with her if she's beautiful. And I really do mean beautiful. Ever seen anything beautiful? And I really do mean beautiful. And the boy really stay good to go. City too cold like too below. Work coming fast, money moving slow. Need a quick flip, what I'm gonna fold. Rather quick chips, but I grind it slow. Oh. 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 Chill. Ain't bout the Barnum and Bailey. Man, this ain't no circus. Man, this here my purpose. Man, this here really worth it. Blood, sweat, and tears. Late nights and beers. Lane, I wish you was here. This been a dope ass year. And this dope right here. And this dope right here. Light year, out of space. Beam me, F Scotty. And I ain't hating on Mike. Ain't no hating on me in this mic. No, I do the shit right. Game on point, keeping shit tight. Nat pussy, fat pussy, even fucking on dice. Grind forward, stacks to me, even working on strike. Yike. Even working on strike. Even working on strike. Roll up for me one time. Hold my drink for me one time. Bust it open for me one time. Get fly for me one time. One time for the fun time. One time for the fun time. Roll up for me one time. Hold my drink for me one time. Bust it open for me one time. Get fly for me one time. One time for the fun time. One time for the fun time.